Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon to all. Hope the screen is visible. Dhruv, you can mute your mic, and Dimpy. Is my voice is audible?
Yes, sir.
Good, good. That's all. So today in the CHO, same in 13th, there is a CH. See this? Under the 13th, today there's a difference. The difference between pseudo and pseudo, and working with passwords. Then chmod, chown, chgrp. So working with passwords and 3 more comments and difference between su and pseudo. These are all the points to be discussed today. Have a view on this presentation. Before this class, up to what time you are having class? 12:30 or 12:35? People are getting delayed. Just one more minute. Is the screen is visible to you? What I shared?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, open the terminal, those who have. Yes, good. Yes, sir. Good, good. Sahil, Nitish Yadav. Hereafter, I don't have to ask. Please, yes. To respond. Password is a command in Linux. It is used to change the user account passwords. We know what is user account and what is the root user account. The root user reserves the privilege to change the password for any user on the system. While a normal user can only change the account password for his or her own account. So for example, if you provide in the normal user, it's not the root user, in the normal user, if you provide the screen will pop up and it will try to ask you to change your password. You can just try if you have the previous changing the password for the particular user. Once you try and change your password and keep the password remembered. If you already worked under this password command, no need to do right now. Try to change the password and check this command. The screenshot is provided. Even I changed right now. Go to the terminal window. So last you can change the password. Current password, what is the password you have to give? If you provide, then it will ask the new password. Okay, accordingly, twice you have to give the password, then it will change the password. That's the command of this one. To enter in the root user privilege, access use sudo I or sudo s. Sudo I in the sense on the virtual box there itself it will get in. If you are having the option -s, the current folder and the user in which it will enter. So that example is provided. See here, sudo I. Sudo I, if you provide, what is that? It will get into the current virtual box root, the same area it will give. Then you give the exit and come out from that and check the sudo -s. This provides the folder home and the username folder. It will get into that. That's the difference between sudo I and sudo -s. Are you currently working with the terminal window?
Yes, sir.
How many of you? Just 30 seconds it will take. And with the lecture notes PDF, later you can practice. Now hands-on, you work it and check out. Good. Good. Yeah, good. Good, Dimpy. Now we have to move with 5 different commands and difference. So only 50 minutes left over. I will open the file what you sent later. Now everyone, yes, good. Everyone try it. Now the conflicts, su and pseudo, what we had in our mind, everything will be cleared from today. Sudo I directly in the virtual box, it won't get into that. After providing sudo -i, when the root user with the password you get in, then you check with ls command. Nothing won't be shown in that area. You can't get access of the corresponding user and its folder and files. Still people are joining. And then convert. Okay, now check sudo I, then immediately you check with ls command. That's a listing the directories and files available in that area. It won't throw anything. Then you could go give this exit, then go to sudo -s. There you provide this ls command and check what it shows. If it's over, I'm moving. Is it over? Have you checked that ls command, what it shows? Yes, good, good. You return with, once again, we'll see. Those who are not having device with you right now, sudo -i, the password. Okay, now you give ls, it doesn't provide any information on it, and give the exit, sudo -yes, it gets into the folder. Now you can get all the files and folders with sudo privileges. This is the thing I want to check yourself without providing the training. Okay, good. Now we'll move to next concept. To set root user password or to enable root user, default su command is not accessible by us by the means of the root account that is disabled. The password, we doesn't know what is the root. That issue is now cleared in this session. So to set root user password to enable root user as for the su command, we can change the root password with the terminal window. To change the root user password in terminal, use the command password after entering into the root user. Now you enter with the command sudo -i, then give the pass. I cannot give the example from my terminal. I changed it now. Password. It will ask to change the password. Give the new password and retype the same password. Then you will get the password updated successfully message. And you do and give me the confirmation in the chat box. Why I cannot do in the sense I did right now. That's why I cannot do that. Just come out from that using exit command, come to the normal user. Again, you give sudo space -i for entering into the root user. Now we are changing the password of the root account. Twice you are supposed to give the password and get the password changed, updated successfully message. Yes, good. It's not committing and working. Good. TP. If any issue you are facing, you go unmute and convey the information to me through audio communication. The password is changed. Now try the su command and enter the password of the root, what you changed right now. Now this I can show you. See, su command I'm providing. I'm having the root password right now by means of password command. Yeah. Now the su command through which we entered into the root privilege. Is it visible? Good. So all your responses are, I'm in need. Those who are listening also can provide your information, confirmation through this chat box. Good. Now the problem on su, the root user disabled, the password is not set. Default by the Ubuntu is now eradicated. So su command also can hereafter we can make use, and keep remember the root password what you have set to your system right now. I kept my user password as well as the root password both same. In my case, The su command will let you to get into the root user and under the virtual machine based Ubuntu. Now we are little clear about su command and sudo command. Both are now working in our virtual machine. Now we can see the difference between these two. What is su and what is sudo? For su command, you must know the root user's password. That's 100% clear right now. Without the root user password, up to now, you cannot enter into the su command. None of the manipulation or process you performed with that. Now you know your root password with the help of changing. Now you can enter into the su command. Sudo. No need to know the root user's password. The current user's password alone sufficient for the sudo command to execute. Then the su command does not log usage or all arguments. It doesn't keep any log. The sudo command logs sudo usage and all arguments, whatever you are working, that will be logged. That's the second difference. The main thing, root user password is needed to work with su command. Here the root user password is not necessary. The general user password alone sufficient. If the root user password not set or root user is disabled, you cannot use su command. This is practically, we know very clear. Up to now we suffered with this. If the root user password not set or root user is disabled, you cannot use su command. Okay, sudo command. Sudo works with or without a root user password. It uses your password. That's a general user password and etc sudo file to authenticate your session. Okay, now sudo can be used to invoke root privileges by normal users and can change the password for root itself. This is particularly helpful when a user is member of admin group, holds a position in sudo's list, and can use commands with sudo, and the root password is not set, which is case with many common distribution of Linux. This information, this bulleted information, we already know from our point of view. So now you can also change by using this command. People are still joining. Processing using the password command. How many of you now worked and ready to listen the session? Are you listening right now? Shall I move? Yes, good. Verify current user password. This password command is used for three purposes. One is to verify current password, then verify password aging information and change the password. Just a minute, I will join. Yes, okay. So for three purposes, this password command can be used. The one is for the current user password to verify. Once the user enters password command, it prompts for current user password, which is verified against the password stored in the etc shadow file user. That's a file in the folder called etc, and the file name is shadow. The root user can bypass this step and can directly change the password so as the forgotten passwords may be recovered. One is for verifying and forgetting password to recover. We can use this command. Then verify password aging information. We can set the time duration to set our password, how long days it can stay in our system. After that, the password will get expired. So in such a way, the password aging information can be verified. In Linux, a user password can be set to expire after a given period of time. Also, a user can be prohibited to change his or her password for a period. This password aging information and the password itself is stored in a file that's already known. To change the password, now you have changed your root password, and this is very well known. And under the shadow file, what is given? Just give the command as sudo cat space etc shadow and check what information is existing. Still, it's extended. One part of the image alone I have placed. Now you check with what is the command? Sudo space cat space etc shadow. So this is the information under this shadow file. I hope you are listening and viewing my screen. Here under this username, what's given, you check. Nothing would be clear. Further, we will discuss on this topic. Now, the password options. So these are all the options available in it. From the Linux, you can extract, and its description is provided here. D, that's for delete. This option deletes the user password and makes the account password less. Without password, by pressing enter, or without password, when you are giving the sudo command, it won't ask the password, and it will go to delete that password. You can use the -D or --delete. It's given here itself. And -E, this option immediately expires the account password and forces the user to change password on their next login. H, that's a help command that is given here. I, inactive days. This option is followed by an integer inactive days, the integer comma inactive days, which is a number of days after the password expires that the account will be deactivated. Let's password this command -I3 for what user you are providing. K, used to change the password if it is expired. It keeps the authentication tokens for the authentication if the password is not yet expired. If you are requested to change it, the option K, to change the password if it is expired. -L, log the password of the particular user. -N, change the minimum number of days between password changes with the min days, so that the user can't change the password for minimum days. If it with this option you used that command, specified days duration, the password cannot be changed by any user. Q, this option is used for quiet mode. While using this option to change a password, the message changing password for the user, which usually gets printed before changing a password, does not get echoed. Quiet mode of using the password command. -R, this option is used to change password for repository named repo. Once it's necessary, we can work and check, unless to know the particular options under the passwd command alone sufficient. -R, This apply changes in the ch root underscore dir directory and use the configuration files from the particular directory. -s, this is a status, shows the password status. 7 fields will be displayed in it. Now, this command you can check with PASS, not in the normal user. There is no need to go to the root user or no need to use the sudo command. Give the PASS wd space capital S. It's not the smallest. Give and we'll discuss. I'm also providing this example now. Yeah, it gives a username. And again, I want to check with the su command. Yeah, if see here in the previous user, there it's DRP Sivaram is there. Here under the root user, it shows ROOT root. That's the difference is there. And remaining parameters are same, but date is varying. Today I changed, that is 13/9/2021. This is the date for the root user. I changed the password, but for the user, it shows 31/8/2021. Okay. Now I'm exiting from this. Not exit. Okay, same information is displayed. Exit. Are you clear? Are you seeing the screen? This is not provided in the PDF. That's on lecture notes. Good, good, Nitesh, very good. Follow it. It will be very interesting today. Okay, now these are all the information you are getting on your screen in your terminal window. Now the first field is the user's login name. Then the second field indicates the P. The account has a lock the password in the sense it will show capital L. It has a no password in the sense capital NP, or it has a usable password in the sense capital P. In our case, it shows capital P. The third field gives the date of the last password change. And the next 4 fields are the minimum age, that's a 0th day. Maximum age, 5 nines are available. Then 7 warning period, and inactivity period for the password is -1. These ages are expressed in days. Then again, one more capital S along with -A we can use to show password status for all users. Okay. I didn't check that. We'll try. It throws error, it seems. Okay, permission denied. We can enter into super user. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it shows the all users what we are having in the system. Very good. When you are letting into the super user, all the users information are provided by this command using -A. Just a minute. So come to the notes. So -U unlock the password of an account. -W This option is used to change the number of days before the password is to expire to display the warning for expiring password. And -X is used for the maximum number of days for which the password remains valid. The password will expire and the users will be forced to change the password. So these are all the options under password command. Then permissions modifications using chmod, own, chgrp. These three are the commands as per the ch4. So working with passwords, now chmod, chown, and chgrp. Group, grp in the sense group, that's for modification, file permission modification, own, ownership and permissions, and changing the group. Chmod, change mode, that's a command. In Unix-like operating system, the chmod command is used to change the access mode of a file. Syntax, the command name, reference, operator, mode, and file. So for example, you give the, whenever you are entering into the command, any new command, get the help file, the same information in the notes, lecture notes, what's available, you can see that. The references are represented by one or more of the following letters. U in the sense owner, G for group, O for others, and A for all. This particular three commands are worked for a file or folder. It's not for, it's based on a file or for the folder. The first parameter in the command is the reference, that is UGO, owner, group, others. And A in the sense all three of the above. The operator is used to specify how the modes of a file should be adjusted. The following operators are accepted, that is plus, minus, and equal sign. Adds the specified modes to the specified classes. Minus in the sense removes the specified modes from the specified classes. The modes specified are to be made the exact modes for the assigns. Then the modes indicate which permissions are to be granted or removed from the specified classes of a particular file. R in the sense read, W in the sense write, X in the sense permission to execute the file, or in the case of directory to search it. RWX. The examples of this file permissions will be using ls space -l command. If you provide this information of a particular file will be available on it. Now we can see just ls. We are having only one text, hello.txt, ls space -l. So each and every folder along with the file, they are having their information. dr w xr-xr-x, that's a 2 or 1, that's a 1 and 2, or represents the user 1 and user 2. The root always have the first priority. Then the user details and the group detail. First is the user name, second one is the second column, next column is the group name, then the information and the date, time, everything are existing in it. Now we come to this lecture notes. Rahul Kumar. So the same I have executed. I have created, there is no file called hello.txt previously. I created using cat command for work with this chmod. Then I have seen this information that is shown to you. So this information is now existing on it. So now you give this command, create one file, or if you have a file in your directory, you select that file, check the detail and select that file. Are you following now? "67 candidates. Nitish Yadav, Dimpy, Sahil Thakur. Good. Yes. From your in your folder, if you have, good, very good. Follow it. Those are listening, you people also, I am providing the information here in the presentation. You can view that. Yes, sir. Tralin, Kunal Singh, Piyush Mularia, Rohit Thakur, Sudhir. Good. We are moving little slow. Anyhow, we will do everything in hands-on practice. Then we'll move to the next topic. There is no need to urge for the namesake. Hope you are now working with a file creation unless you are identifying an existing file to work with chmod command. Okay, now if you identify the file, you give the command chmod space u. There is no need to go into the root user. From the general user itself, normal user itself, you can provide this command chmod space u is equal to rw space the file name you provide. Previously it was RWR. That is a read permission is available, then read write, then read. After providing the U in the sense, what is that U? U in the sense ownership. The owner can do read and write operations. Chmod space U is equal to R. Already I provided, so I cannot show the demonstration here in the terminal window. Then after you can get this information. Before and after information is provided. Now don't practice, still 6 more minutes before attendance, we will complete the other commands. Ch own, changing the ownership or permission. Ch own command is used to change the file owner or group. Whenever you want to change ownership, you can use this ch own command. Ownership and permission to ensure that the files are secure and put restrictions on who can modify the contents of the files. In Linux, there are different users who use the system. That's a normal, each user and a group user. We can have the ownership and permissions. To protect and secure files and directory in Linux, we use permissions to control what a user can do with a file or directory. Linux uses 3 types of permissions: read, write, and execute. Yeah, good. Types of file permissions: user, group, and other. The syntax is ch own, the option, owner, and group, and file name, or reference and or file name. See here, ch own, owner, owner name, and file name. So for which you just get into this command ls space -l hello.txt. The user and the group both are in the same name right now. Go to the sudo and get into the root user and check this. Sudo s if you are providing on your particular folder, it will get into it. There you can access the file from the root access. Now you give the command chown root space the file name. If you use sudo I, you can get access to the particular file what you created or what file you identified for this command execution. So use the sudo s and get into it. Just now listen, no need to do the hands-on practice. it will give the frustration. First view it. Then if you give, you can see that the user is now changed into root. And the group is again normal user group. So before, this is the thing, both the usernames are based on the general user, after which it is changed to root. Now you can check with this after the lecture notes are sent to you. See, reports the file changes made. That gives what time, what date the change from one user to another user as ownership changed. That information will be presented with the C option along with the ch own command. Then the file syntax -v, it is used to show the verbose information for every file processed. To change group ownership, in our case, I'm using group 1 as a group in the system, but here I created a group called FSL. That's a 4 and 6L classes. FSL named a group I created with the help of ch group command. You will see in the following. chgrp command is used to change the group ownership of a file or directory, for which we are in need of a group. Only our username based group alone available in our system, so we cannot change the ownership. Okay, good. I'm on 1250. Okay. We can log in as a root for this purpose to using sudo command. So create a group first. Already your system may have, or your Linux virtual machine may have only one group. To work with this command, we are in need of another group to be created. So create it. All the group names should be in small characters. If you are providing capital letter, it won't let you to create the group. If you created the group, then check this particular file, and now the user as a root and group as Sivaram will be there. This name will be there. Sudo chgrp, the group what you created now, then the file name. If you provide, it will now change this into, see the difference between these two images. The group name now changed to FSL with the help of this command. Summary, I have listed some information on it. You go through it, and some practice sets, only 3 more information is given as a practice. To change the group ownership of a folder, what to do? To recursively change the group ownership of a folder and all of its internal files. What to be done? The command is provided. Then the options for this chgrp command. If you want to see the details of the command, -h. Let's say open. Okay. You can get the details of this command and its options, what's existing. Okay, this is how at this point of view we are concluding this 13th point of the CHO. Okay, now it's the time for the attendance. 1250. Mute your mic. Whose mic is unmuted? Participants.
Sir, you can remove.
No, that's not the man. Okay. All are educated, all are in the academic right now. Instructions can be followed. Anand Pandey, you can mute your mic. Anand Pandey. Anand Pandey, what's the name, number? He's not listening. Anand Pandey, you can mute your mic. Sound. Yeah, now give your attendance 1250. Aman Khan. Now, Sahil Thakur.
Present, sir.
Good. Atul. Atul. Absent. Okay, good. Piyush.
Present, sir.
Good. Yuvraj Chopra.
Present, sir.
Yeah, Krish Thapal. Krish. Next, Samresh.
Sir, Krish present.
Krish Thapal present. Good. Then who is absent? Samresh. Sudeepa.
Present, sir.
Good. Biltodai.
Present, sir.
Farman Raza. Aftaf Hussain. Nandi.
Present, sir.
Good. Varun Oja.
Present, sir.
Sundaram Ganapati. Sundaram Ganapati absent today. Sarvesh. Mansi. Mansi present.
Present, sir. So Sarvesh is also present.
Ah, okay, good. Manoj present, I think.
Yes, sir.
Good. Pranjal.
Present, sir.
Yeah. Abhilash Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Chandan.
Present, sir.
Sir.
Ah, yeah.
Sir, service present.
Sarvesh present. Yeah, Sarvesh Mark present. Sundaram Ganapati is absent. Gaurav Sharma.
Yes, sir.
Harsh Sharma. Harsh Sharma absent today. Kanhaiya Kumar.
Present, sir.
Karthik.
Yes, sir.
Zazim. Mohammad Zazim Akram.
Yes, sir.
Good. Naman Bansal. He's marking. Norman Bansal. Absent. Vinay Paul present. Then Ankit Kumar.
Present, sir.
Priyanshu. Priyanshu. Okay, Rahul Kumar.
Present, sir.
Good. Akshay Thakur. Dimpy. Dimpy absent.
Present, sir.
Dhruv Sharma.
Present, sir.
Then Pratik Kumar.
Present, sir.
Good. Mohammad Adil.
Present, sir.
Nitish Yadav.
Present, sir.
Akshit Kumar Diman.
Present, sir.
Chakit Shah. Sorry, Chakshita.
Present, sir.
Okay, present. Kanupriya Anand Pandey.
Sir,
Anand Pandey.
sir, he was present, but you removed him.
Okay, now I remove. Okay. Kanupriya. Absent.
Present.
Little quick. Himanshi.
Present, sir.
Abhishek Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Aditya Singh. Divyanshu Suraj.
Yes, sir.
Sonal Sharma. Sonal Sharma. Aditya Singh. Sonal Sharma. Yeah, that's it. Rohit Thakur.
Present, sir.
Gaurav. Gaurav. Absent. Akash Kumar.
Present, sir.
Akshat Rai.
Present, sir.
Pankaj.
Present, sir.
Uday Kumar. Akshat Thakur.
Present, sir.
Dhruv Khanna.
Present,
Present. Kushi. Absent. Kiranjot Kaur.
Present, sir.
Yeah, Rajesh.
Present, sir.
Nishkaresh.
Present, sir.
Rishabh Chaudhary.
Present, sir.
Lakshya. Absent. Okay, Kunal Singh.
Present, sir.
Dipendra.
Present, sir.
Okay, the empty candidates are absent. Now 6 students. Amit Singh. Absent. Present. Okay. Jaydeep. Absent. Kundar Pratap.
Yes, sir.
Pratham.
Yes, sir.
Rohan Walia present.
Yes, sir.
Rupali present.
Present.
Divyansh Kaul.
Yes, sir.
Yash Arora.
Sir, Naman is also present. 233.
2, 3, 3. Last
4L, 4L, sir.
4 and Norman Bansal. Okay, now come to the 6 students list. Yash Arora, absent. Rukmesh,
Present, sir.
Anmol, absent. Pulkit,
Yes, sir. Sir, he's also present.
who is Anmol also present?
Sir, Pulkit.
Pulkit present. Okay. Talent Convert present.
Present, sir.
Ankit Gupta.
Yes, sir. Present, sir, Aniket.
Yeah. Aniket, Ariman also present. Ariman.
Yes.
Anchal.
Yes, sir.
Good. Karthikey. Absent. Abhishek Chauhan.
Present, sir.
Yashika. Absent. Kabir Sharma.
Present, sir.
Yeah, Amandeep Kaur. Who is that? Karthikey 516. Okay, now Amandeep Kaur is not responded. Pushkar Nath.
Present, sir.
Sahil Thakur 6L. Absent. Praveen Kumar. Okay, Mishra.
Sir, he is present, sir. He just left due to network issue, sir, just now.
Praveen Kumar.
No, sir, Sagar Mishra.
Okay, Mishra. Shahid Mishra. Good. Abhishek. Okay, Monarch.
Yes, sir.
Good. Mahajan. Smash Mahajan.
Present, sir.
Is any successful new candidates are existing? No. 523% sir. Praveen Kumar. Good. Okay, I marked and thanks for listening the session and terminating this sharing and
Sir.
the session. Ah, yes.
Sir,
Yes.
you just told about the sudo command and the su command. Both of them
Yes.
require for root privileges.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, sir, when we use su command and when we use sudo command.
Just to have a look on the differences what I have given. Okay. I will provide you the information on the lecture notes. Now, others will have login to this the same login. I will give you the explanation.
No, sir. Only one thing is coming in my mind. Like when we use su command, so it give all the access to the root privileges. Like we can do anything. Now we are the root.
That's the log is not created, but in sudo the log information will be created. That's the major difference between two. And the clear-cut differences I will provide you through the lecture notes.
Okay, and sir, for like a particular statement, we will use sudo command, and like for going into the all the root privileges, we will use su command.
Yes.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Welcome. Welcome. And everyone can now log out from this meeting.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Welcome. Welcome.